wings, we dey fly, no be beans. Everything set, we dey win. Lift your hands, touch the top, feel the heat, never stop. Chop life, giant, we don't arrive. Lock drum, make we come alive. Lock drum, jump, make we come alive. Alive, make we come alive. Money talk, we know they car. Alive, make we come. Make this feeling always last.
Hello.
Fire, no hands touch the top.
Okay, I'm back with Simu.
Feel the heat.
I'm okay.
Never stop. Chop life, giant, we don't arrive. Make we come alive.
Okay, let's start.
Make we come alive. No be play, we be stone. King of the street on the throne. We body higher we go. Drum make we come alive. Love drum, drum make we come alive. Alive, make we come alive. Your life, we don't arrive. Alive. Everything's soft.
Now this is our app. What we are going to do, we are going to keep making changes to our onboarding process. Remember, the process that we are working on is to ensure that the onboarding screens are sure that everything is fine. So let's continue. Polar UI of this. In dark mode, I can view that. In dark mode, I can view that the border radius color is kind of not bright, so we are going to find that.
Them say I no go make 'em, but my spirit ever strong. I carry my own load, you burn deep inside.
Now we are going to refine
the table start to turn for my side. I'ma see my levels now. Joy come like morning sun. Yeah. We the chop life every day. Yeah. My race I don't win now. Yeah.
We're going to refine the onboarding screen, and what we are going to do, rather than the splash screen, we're going to change the color over the radius. Mostly for the dark mode, we are going to change it to white when it comes to the dark mode. Currently it isn't that bright, so we are going to change the border radius color of the grid cards to what has been requested.
Step in the place, energy high.
So let's make a change, and then we can be able to review
No more
everything.
looking back at ground. We only look at the sky.
What I'm making, I have quite a lengthy onboarding process, and what I'm doing is that I'm making changes to each and every screen so that it is set up very well, and after that we shall be dealing with integrating the payments. So, because for the main functionalities we've already set them up very well, so that is what we are working on. Ensure that the app is just set out and it's fully submitted to the store, and then from there we shall be working on the marketing to do that we get clients or users to onboard and use it, and then we see effectively. I'm going to continue streaming until when I hit that number. I'm going to continue streaming until when I hit that number. We are going to work on different kind of we're going to work on different kind of apps to ensure that everything is set up well. Because the most important thing is to identify mostly apps that really solve problems. And in other words, we get to identify a problem, and after the identification of the problem, we get to build a solution that is can solve that problem. And our kind of framework is trying to build solutions that are really viable and can be usable. And with that, I believe we are going to be able to hit the $500,000 mark effectively. So let's proceed. Now that we have the implementation plan, let's proceed and we get to see. So it is quite good. Let's continue. Waiting for this refinement to be made. No change has been made. Well, I don't get to see it. I don't get to see the change that has been made. I believe we need to further refine it. Let me go here. Now, when it comes to the color, the border radius cards, I think we've now this is the screen that we are supposed to be working on, which is the select your grid screen. When it comes to the cards, the grid cards, the border radius currently in dark mode. It's not that kind of bright. We are going to change it to the color of the border radius. We're going to change it to black, rather white. We're going to change it to white so that it is quite visible. That is the only change that you're going to make on this screen. So let's just continue. So let's wait for the changes. I think I had really assigned it to another screen. First changes that we made earlier, but this is the right screen. So let's make these changes effectively well, then we can be able to continue. The thing that I love about anti-gravity is that you get the implementation plan very well. So it gives you the implementation plan of how you're going to implement each and everything. And after you get the implementation plan, you are able to go through it and approve it if you good that you make changes to it, because if you don't like it, then why would you just continue to use it when you don't like it? So you make changes to it, which is also something good. So we now have the implementation plan. Now that we have the implementation plan, we are going to proceed. We're going to proceed and be able to make these changes effectively well. So we're just changing the color of the border radius to white. Yeah, I think the change has already been made. So from there we are going to continue. Before we continue, I think we are even going to change the background color of of these cards in dark mode, we change it to black color, which is good, given that most of the cards in dark mode, we've already changed them to that dark color. So it is very, very good that we have a systematic approach from screen to screen, which is quite good when you're making any change. The other thing that I've noticed that most of these when you set them earlier in the app, it is also good that, let's say you're having an app that has a light mode and also has a dark mode. If you get to set out those elements prior to setting up the app itself, then it also becomes very easy for you not to make so many iterations. So now that we've made the change for the border radius, we are going to continue to. Now, we are also going to make another change. We are going to change the background color of the grid cards to black. Currently, it's not really black, but we're going to change it to black so that it aligns very well with mostly the background color of the whole screen in dark mode. So this change, we are doing it for the dark mode version. Let's implement this without making making any changes to code. We are only making this requested change. Let's work on this. That's good because
I follow my own leg. No be person lead me go.
Yeah, we have the implementation plan, so we are going to proceed. We're going to proceed and make these changes. The change that we are making, we are just we want to turn it to black, and after that we are going to continue. Yeah, I think we've made this change, so we are going to continue to the next screen. So for this screen, we've already made the changes, which is quite good. I love Google Anti-Gravity because with Google Anti-Gravity you get to get a walkthrough of whatever you have done when it comes to your app. So you can go through it if you really want. But now that that screen also is okay. Even this one is okay. Even this one, we made the changes, it is okay. The screen is allowing the users to narrow their focus in terms of the subject that they are going to study, given that we are working on a learning app, mostly that organizes various quizzes for the students. Even when I look at this one, from various experiences that they are learning, so they can choose the casual and the serious or the sprint, which is over 60 minutes. So this one is set out very well. The elements are very visible. Even when you choose, it turns to the white color, which is quite visible to this screen. Now, when it comes to this screen is very good, but I think we need to refine the border radius of these cards, because that is one of the things that we need to refine. But before we refine it, let's click on this. I wanted to study plan. I think it's the study preferences. So we want to select it here so that when we are refining, Google Antiquity specifically refines that screen. I use this method because it becomes very easy for me to refer to a certain screen when I want to make refinements to that specific screen. And that process is really quite easy because you might have various screens that you have in your app. So when you don't reference what you want to a particular screen, then it becomes very kind of tedious and difficult. So that's how I do it. So let's go and make. So now, what you're going to do on this screen, when it comes to the study session in dark mode, they don't have a border radius. So we are going to add a border radius, and we need to ensure that that border radius is white for the selected card, and for the cards that are not selected, we are going to just leave it to gray. But all these cards have to have a border radius when it comes to the dark mode of the app. So we are only adding these functionalities of adding the dark mode and their colors and the logic, mostly for the dark mode of the app. So as a senior engineer, can you make that refinement to this specific screen? And then from there, you can be able to review it. So let's we'll make any change. The reference on this screen is for the durations. So let's make the refinements. The border radius, because currently when you go in dark mode, it is quite dark and you can't be able to know where you select in that way. So that's how I go about it. I try to give us much of a detailed explanation as I can, because with the explanations, if you don't detail it to the response that you want, but also you want it to have a better context of that particular functionality or feature or any you want to have on that particular screen. The details give it a context. It's like you're working with a senior coding engineer who truly gets to understand the whole concept or the whole context of very easy to make these changes. And that's how I go about it. But to me, it's a better process when the prompts are really quite lengthy. And sometimes when you are working, at times the responses are going to be very fast, at times the responses are kind of delayed. But that is good. I also want to be able to review the implementation plan of how it's going to implement it, and then after that we'll be making this change and then reviewing everything. Already have the implementation plan.
But my spirit ever strong. I carry my own load.
Okay, now that we have the implementation plan, let's proceed and we get to see the change that has been made, which is quite interesting. I mostly use Gemini for my coding purposes, but even other LLMs work very best. I think Cloud is good when it comes to getting those aspects of the UI and the front end. Gemini is really good with that, so I use them concurrently. Some requests really never get executed when it comes to Gemini. So functionality, we wanted to add a border radius to these cards because in the dark mode they were not visible. So now when you select it, when it is not selected, the border radius is gray. But when you select it, the border radius turns to white, and then that animation happens. Mostly these animations, you are going to have them, given that I'm working with React Native. I use React Reanimated for my animations as the dependency. That is really good with the animations. But I would recommend, when you want to have these kinds of animations, you can be able to go to tools like a social media platform, which is Pinterest. You can be able to view various animations that you can emulate. Also, you can go to a site that is called Dribble. With Dribble, you can be able to get some various mobile animations that you can look at, and then you can be able to explain them the way you want them, take screenshots, and then Gemini will be able to redesign them in a much more better way based on the coding language that you're using. But with React Native, it is really quite good because you can be able to have these kinds of animations. Let's proceed to the next screen. Now, for this screen, I'm going to refine a few things. I just want to, align the texts rather that in this card, which is the recommended card. We are going to align that text in the middle, from the right to the left and from the top to the bottom. Then we are also going to make a few refinements to the button and the card that houses the button. So let's make some changes here. So now, when it comes to this screen and get it, first of all, question counter. So now that we have that screen, we are going to refine a few elements on this screen. And the elements that we are going to refine is that we are going to get the recommended card, and we refine the texts in it. The texts currently are not aligned very well. We are going to align them in the center, from the right to the left and from the top to the bottom. We are also going to ensure that the bottom card that houses the continue to final step button, we are going to change its background color to black, and also we are going to change its top border radius color to black, and also we are going to move the button, align it in the very same place as to the button that is on the screen.
I carry my load, I carry my bag, then I see for the shade. Silk dress yellow like ripe plantain. You don't even look my side, just the price, the dry fish. I stand there like person we lost. I forget waiting, I come by. I forget, oh, baby, tell me your last price. I see the way you move for this song.
So that means when you are making the alignment of the button, we are going to refer to that screen that I've given you, so that this button that we have on our where the button is on that very screen that I've shared with you. So as you are making these refinements, do not tamper with any other elements that we have in our app. Ensure that you are just making refinements to these particular screens as instructed.
I pay the price for your love, I pay the price. Baby, tell me your last price. I see the way you move for this song. Make we bargain, make we talk.
So if you really enjoy what you are doing in terms of really going about our coding and displaying it, and as we continue to do this, the thing that we are anticipating, we are working on this project which we are going to launch on the App Store, but we'll also be working on other apps. What we are looking at, it is to be able to hit $500,000 with only vibe coded apps. And I believe it's possible because with vibe coding, my kind of approach is the context. A vibe coded app, if you really have the right kind of context, it's not different from any other app that is just built with the manual kind of style of coding, which was really predominant in the past. But now that we have LLMs and they really understand the way you do things, then I believe you can be able to do it. So that is what you're going to do. So I would love, I'll be very, very appreciative if you get to subscribe to the channel and get to follow this journey through as we get to build these apps, launch them, and get to refine our marketing strategies, get to bring on users to them, paying users, and we go step by step to achieve our goal. So thank you. I appreciate the subscriptions. And also, if you have any questions or something that you want to ask, you can go in the comment section. The comment section is very open. Go to the comment section and you can ask anything that I can talk about, anything that I can really clarify in terms of how I get to do things. So let's proceed. I'm making a few refinements in the middle, but I'm also making refinements to the background color of this lower tab that is housing our button, and I'm also moving the button a bit up. So those are the changes that we are making to this screen. So let's get to view. Yeah, I think the changes were made, but the other thing that I've identified is that the background color below in the button. So let's make that refinement. So now the other refinement that we are going to have is that we are going to be able to make changes to the background color of this whole screen. You're going to change it to black, and that is very important because when you change that, it is going to align it with the background color of the border radius color of the recommended card. You're going to change it to white. So those are the changes that you're going to make to this particular screen. When you're making these changes, do not tamper with any other logic in our app. You're only going to stick to making changes to this particular screen. Full stop. Let's refresh the screen. Let's continue. So this is our counter screen, so people can be able to choose the number of questions they would love in terms of the quizzes that they are going to attempt, and then they continue. So it's kind of animated a bit, but we wanted to make those changes because I believe they are important. And then we continue. So what we are working on, refining our onboarding. The rest of the functionalities in this app, they have been set up. The app enables people to create personalized quizzes, but also it enables them to be able to scan any answers and how they have been reached on. So it is a learning app. We're going to release this app on the iOS store first, but also we shall be able in the future to release it to the Apple Store. What we are doing, we are refining the onboarding process. The onboarding process is very important. Why is it important? When you are making any apps, let's say you want someone to pay for your app and they just view your welcome screen and you drive them to the paywall. It is kind of creepy because they won't be able to understand the whole context of your app. In order to understand the context of your app, they need to really go through the onboarding process, and by the full understanding of what you're going to offer them in terms of the value, then they can be able to pay for your app. So what makes them pay for your app is the understanding, and that is the onboarding process. We have up to 24 screens in our onboarding process. It is lengthy, but it is very important to let the users understand what they are paying for. So with that, they'll be able to make an informed decision to either pay for the app or opt out, but at least they have understood what they are working with. Also made these changes very well. I think we can proceed. The rest of the changes, these tabs are not going to change the background color. So let's proceed. So now this is our screen. This is the streak screen. This screen just highlights how the users are going to be uh, able to track their learning process from day to day, how they already set out. So to go to the next screen because it is already set out. And for this screen, we actually have the very clone of this screen in our app because it's a screen that we use to measure the progress from day to day for the learners. So it is set out very well. We are not going to make changes to it. Now, also this screen, I believe it is set out very well. So what does it entail? This screen really shows the users how they can be able to scan any question or questions that they have, and then they are going to get the right answers to those questions. So our system has been integrated with an AI setup that allows the AI to understand what kind of subject you are attempting. So you scan, and then you understand the subject that you are attempting. So when you understand that, then it becomes very, very easy to even understand the answers to the questions that you have that you are attempting, which is quite good. So you snap, and then it solves each and every question. So it is very, very good that it identifies that particular subject. Let's say you are attempting a question in geography. You don't have to tell it that is geography. You just scan it. It's going to tell you that is geography, that is math, that is maybe literature. It's going to tell you the particular subject, and then it's going to give you the answers, and it's also going to give you a step-by-step on how it arrived on that particular answer, which is good. So that is the screen. Now this screen that we have here, it is the bookmark screen. It is a simple screen. Just it shows you that you can be able to bookmark your answers.